now of the GOLD program, the Guyana Online Academy of Learning, where we had made a promise of granting 20,000 online scholarship within a 5-year period. And we are actually surpassing the target per year, because last year we had planned to give, and each year 4,500 ordinary Guyanese the opportunity to earn a higher education or a tertiary education, as well as a technical skill that can help them to elevate themselves, develop themselves in their community and at the country at large. And last year we surpassed that target by 1,500. We granted 6,000 ordinary Guyanese the opportunity to do that. This year we granted 7,410, and Region 5 benefited last year from 378. This year I am proud to say that it has increased to 601. And we are seeing an increasing interest by the youths in this particular area. And Cotton Tree itself benefited from 50 in 2022. Right? So that is a huge number, and I am quite proud of you for taking that step to want to develop and have interest in wanting to develop yourselves. But as we know, government is not only taking care of one aspect of people's lives, it's every aspect we're moving through. And it's not just infrastructure, but it is for our human capital to develop, right? The people must develop with the country. It is a must. And His Excellency has rolled out initiatives that are bold and different from any other region, that is making a difference in our lives, our daily lives. You know, and I, standing as a minister, I am quite proud. I am quite proud of our president and everything that our ministers of government have been doing on a daily basis. And of course, we need the cooperation of the people, and we need our people to also change their mentality in their everyday lives to a mentality where we are looking to unify our country. Because we cannot build a country and transform a country on division. We must be able to unify and love each other, love our next door community and our next door neighbor. So that is what we are about. We are about unifying our country, and we are about doing the best for our people. So thank you again. I look forward to working with everyone in Region 5.
Thank you, Minister Sonia. Indeed, Minister has been engaging communities across Region 5 to ensure that our people receive the necessary services and so forth that they need. We have joining us also this afternoon our Regional Vice Chairman, Mr. Ryan Peters, our Regional Executive Officer, Ms. Jenny Blackman, our Member of Parliament and Party Supervisor, Mr. Irfaan Ali, among others, and Director of the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Ricky Ramraj. Ladies and gentlemen, Region 5, over the past 2 years and a half, has seen tremendous development in the agriculture sector. Our Minister of Agriculture has visited this region on more than 60 occasions, all the communities across Region number 5, ranging from Mahaika River, Myconia, Barry, West Berbice. And he has been doing an excellent job for our farmers in this region. Please put your hands together as I welcome to the microphone the Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa.
Thank you very much, Regional Chairman, His Excellency, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali, members of the Regional Democratic Council, staff from the Ministry of Agriculture, other officials of the government, and more importantly, residents of Cotton Tree. Good afternoon. And I'm happy, like my colleague said, I'm happy to be here with His Excellency the President. And today is another day for us that we are going out to reach out with the people of our country. And whilst we were coming up, the President stopped at Belladrum. We had a very successful meeting, and here we are at Cotton Tree. After this, we'll be going over to Region 6, and going up till on up the quarantine, number 58, coming back to Albion. So you could see a day in the life of the president and the cabinet. But I want to join with the chairman and say that we didn't have development and progress only in the agriculture sector, but in all the sector in our country, we are seeing progress. And the PPP civic government under the presidency of Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali will continue to bring progress to you and ease the burden on you and the people of our country. We are in government just over 2 years. And when we took government 2 years ago in August of 2020, many persons said that the commitment and promises that we have made in our manifesto we will be unable to fulfill. But I am proud today. You know why I am proud? Because I am proud to know that in 2 years' time, we have already completed more than 95 or 99% of our manifesto promises to the people of our country. And that showed government commitment to ensure that we ease the burden and develop the life of our people. And right here in Region 5, we have seen tremendous changes. We have seen all the harsh measures. We have seen all the burdens that were imposed by the previous APNU-AFC government were removed by the PPP civic government. The entire agriculture sector was in distress in this region. We know for a fact that agriculture is the most important activity in Region 5. Region 5 is the largest agriculture region in our country. We have close to about 125,000 acres of lands that are available to be cultivated in rice, cash crop, and livestock rearing. And just a small amount of those lands were cultivated during the 5 years from 2015 to 2020. Why? Because when we left government in 2015, when we came out of government, we have seen a number of burdens, a number of harsh measures that were imposed on the farmers and the working people in our country, especially the MMA scheme. They have moved land rental and D&I charges from $3,500 to $15,000. And when we were in opposition, we said that when we get back into government, that we will reverse that. And in August, when we got back into government, and after the first budget was passed in October, a motion was taken to the parliament, and the land rental and D&I charges was reduced from $15,000 to $3,500. With that measures alone, the farmers in Region 5 were able to save $1.8 billion annually. $1.8 billion. With one measure that we have implemented, the government had implemented, we get back $1.8 billion, put back $1.8 billion in the pockets of the working people, the farmers. And those money become disposable income. And not only the person who are saving those money benefit, but the entire community. That's the philosophy of this government. To bring ease to the people, to bring progress to the people, not to put burden. And today I stand here tall, and I stand proud to be a minister of this government firstly, and to be a citizen of our country. Because when I became minister, we have seen Guyana had lost its place in the region in terms of leading the agriculture agenda. And many of you who are here would know, since the formation of CARICOM in 1973, all the president and all the government normally lead, Guyana government lead the agriculture agenda in CARICOM. But what happened? From 2015 to 2020, we had lost that place. Because when I became Minister of Agriculture, CARICOM was crafting a food strategy. And where we had to lead it, St. Vincent and the Grenadines was leading it. And you know why I'm proud today? Because at the first meeting of heads of government, in February of 2021, that His Excellency attended, he rescued back that position, and today the entire region is looking to Guyana for that leadership in the agriculture sector. And this showed dynamic leadership from our president. Places like Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and the whole Eastern Caribbean countries, their economy is based on tourism. Today, they are coming in droves to Guyana for that help, that guidance, that technical support. We were able to help, and we have started help in places like Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, the Eastern Caribbean countries, Suriname, whilst we are continuing to develop our agriculture sector. Why? Because just before 2015, when they discovered oil, and oil was discovered under the PBP civic government. When they discovered oil and they were in office, you all remember they didn't disclose the signing bonus of the $18 million US dollar. They thought that all the benefits and all the development will come from the oil and gas sector. They never developed any other sector. The housing sector was left neglected. The health sector, the education sector, you heard my colleague talk just now about scholarship for young people. That's the way we are developing the human resources of our country, to prepare them for the future, because Guyana is moving and moving apace. Guyana is the only country that will have this large growth rate this year. And what I am telling you here, I am telling you facts, because Guyana, as I said, Guyana is poised to be one of the most developed countries in this part of the hemisphere. So when we are talking about development, we now only talk about the agriculture sector. We are not talking about the oil and gas sector, because if you develop one sector, the country cannot develop. So that is why you are seeing that the president is focusing his attention with his cabinet and the government on all the sectors. So when you have a revenue from the oil and gas sector, you have to develop the productive sector. You have to develop the agriculture sector. We have seen what took place over the last 2.5 years when we had the pandemic. Many countries that had large funds, large amount of money, were unable to procure food, to buy food, because there was a scarcity of food. We in Guyana here are producing 60% of the food that we are consuming, but the president and the government is not satisfied with that. He said we must ramp up production. The traditional crops, yes, increase production, consolidate and increase the rice crop, move the acreage, increase the yield, increase cash crop, vegetable, fresh fruits and vegetables, increase livestock, the livestock sector. But what also we must do? We must go into other crops. We must go into new crops, so the country we can grow more diversified crops in our country. So what we have seen over the last 2 years, we have seen a number of budgetary allocation were made in the traditional sector. We have seen that the rice yield, we were able to have a new variety of rice, the GRDB 16. We were able to move the national average from 39 bags per acre, and some of the farmers are reaping between 55 to 60 bags per acre in the GRDB 16 variety. We are now moving to develop something called the biofortified rice. The biofortified rice is a variety where the zinc, the supplement when you go to the doctor, Dr. Box there, he can tell you. The zinc that they tell you to buy, the tablets, we are now growing it in the rice. And that will be, very shortly, we'll distribute that to the farmers to grow. That variety will attract preferential prices. We have had a number of visits to the Caribbean countries. Our president have been working with a number of leaders, prime minister and president, to remove the non-tariff barriers. So those barriers that used to affect our produce in going to places like Trinidad and Tobago, to going to places like Barbados, Antigua, the Eastern Caribbean countries, those barriers are being removed. So you, the farmers now, will have more opportunities. You'll have better price for your produce. We are working to develop a program where the new GMC we are constructing packaging facility. One will be constructed right at Fort Wellington, where you will take your produce, you will make it more value added. We package your produce, we prepare it, and we find market for your produce to export it, and you have better price. We have to change the way we're doing things. Gone are the days when we used to go out in the field and just throw a couple seed and expect us to get good production. We are seeing today climate change is real. We are seeing what is the climate change today. In one day, in 2 hours, you can have 7 inches of rainfall. Before in a month, time you just get 7 inches. So we have to prepare ourselves. We have to modernize the sector. We have to be more smarter and do agriculture in a smarter way. We have to use shade houses. We have to use drone. So we have to, those are the things we have to bring into the agriculture sector, and those are the things we are implementing. We are now revamping our extension system so that the officers can be more responsive to the needs of the farmers. Because many times we know that we have extension officers and they are not servicing and going to the farmers to give them advice and best practices. So those are the things we are implementing. So as I said, that the president instructed that we consolidate and expand the traditional crops. And what are the new crops? Because when you look around agriculture, and traditionally when you look in Guyana, you find mostly mature and older people are doing agriculture. And you have a number of young people who would have gone to the university, have their degree agronomy, study agronomy, qualify, have their degree, and they are behind a desk, not doing anything with agriculture, just writing and taking notes. Yeah. So the president wants to change that. And what he has done, he has implemented a new way of doing it, a smarter way of doing it, and where we have a number of young people now, they are involved in high-value crops. Crops that they can grow and have better price. Better price for them. Things like broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, lettuce. Those things are very expensive in the hospitality industry. Those things will be needed in the oil and gas sector. We are seeing more and more workers going into the oil and gas sector. That is more opportunity for the farmers. Because more and more people going into the oil and gas sector, we will have to produce more food for them to supply. And we have to produce it in a better quality, not the way we are doing it. That is why the government is looking at ways to improve our production, to improve our packaging facility, to make our produce more attractive, make it more hygienic, so that we can supply these industries. So the agriculture sector is poised to take off. And we are looking, as I said, to develop the agriculture sector all around. So what we are doing, we have embarked on some new crops, big crops, like corn and soya. Why we are doing that? Because we want to consolidate and expand our livestock industry. And if we have to expand our livestock industry, then we have to produce all the feed. And we can import feed and try to expand the livestock industry. So the president called us a group of businessmen, form a consortium, and what we have done, we are now doing the developmental work, making the roads, the infrastructure, the silos facilities, giving them some equipment, and with a private-public partnership. Last year, they have planted 125 acres. By the end of February next year, they will increase that to between 3,000 to 4,000 acres. And in another 3 years, hopefully, we can increase that to 25,000 acres and come self-sufficient and also a net exporter. Those are vision. Those things are vision to ensure that we develop our food sector, to have food security for our people. So comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, you have seen how this government, how this president treat the agriculture sector. We haven't said that agriculture, especially rice farming, is a private business. You have seen last year when we have suffered the most devastating flood in the history of our country. $7.8 billion was made available to give to the farmers to go back to the land as quickly as possible. That's a government that cares for the people and ensure that we have production and productivity improved. We have seen a number of areas, as I said, the health sector. We have seen a number of grants to vulnerable part of the population. We have seen the pensioners. We have seen the people in the interior, the riverine areas. We have seen the entire country household receive grants. We have seen the fishermen receive grants. couple days ago, the president announced another grant for the pension, old age pension, a one-off grant. So you could see all around, we have restored the cash grant for school children. And we have committed, what we committed prior to the election, we have delivered. We said in 2014, when we started the grant, that this grant will be increased every year. We not only restore it because the last government said they don't have money to continue that grant. But we found the money, we restart it, we increase it, and in another 3 years from now, every child that go into school, any school, public school or private school, will receive $50,000 from the government of our country. So you could see the way and the benefit that we are bringing to this population. So, comrade, I know for a fact, the president gave me a little authority here I could speak, right? Because he will speak after me, let me talk. So I know many of you wonder, so I'm talking all the time and the president listening. But I can tell you that under this government, you have a future. Our country is poised for exciting times. Every family, every person will have an opportunity. Every single citizen of our country will benefit from the wealth of our country under the PPP civic government and under the leadership of Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Zulfi, for sharing with us some of the many developments that Region 5 has received in the agricultural sector, and also for sharing the future plans not only for agriculture, but the other sectors also. We can safely say that Region 5 and our farmers are in a better position to increase production in Region number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say we're very happy to have our president here in Region 5 and in your community of Cotton Tree. Over the past years, 2 years and a half, we have seen how Guyana has transformed and developing rapidly under his leadership. He is a president for all Guyana. And today, this morning, at the meeting there in Belladrum, I heard when one of the senior residents came to our president and said, "Mr. President, I like your style. I saw you at the cricket. I saw you all over the place. I like how you interact with the people, the youths, and everyone." Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as I welcome to the microphone His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfaan Ali.
Thank you very much, very kindly. Thank you. Respected elders, residents of Cotton Tree, officials of the government, members of the media, good afternoon. This afternoon I'm very pleased to be here with you, and I don't intend to speak very long, because part of what we do in this government is to listen. A large part of what we do is to listen to you, the people, to listen to your perspective, to listen to your ideas, and then to craft policies and programs to address your problems, to address the situations that might be facing your community, that might be of a smaller nature, but very impactful on the lives of people in your community. So for us, continuous dialogue and connection with the people is a critical part of delivering good governance to all our people. The people of Guyana, whether here or in the diaspora, are part of one unified family called the Guyanese people. All our plans and programs in this government is geared towards the upliftment of every single Guyanese person. Regardless of which community you are from, I can assure you that your development aspiration, the aspiration of you and your family to have a good quality of life, will be realized. Sometimes we just need to be patient and listen to each other. Sometimes we need to remove the arrogance and the haste that comes with human nature. And this is not only from the level of government, but it's also from the level of community. Some meetings you go, you will see some persons vexed with the entire world. There is nothing that you can do that will ever please them. They're angry every single day of their life. You can't live at peace or in peace with such behavior. They will not even listen, they'll start quarreling. Satisfaction comes from acknowledgement of what has been done also. And Minister Zulfi, who has been doing an exceedingly good job with agriculture, and all the ministers, all the sectors, Sonia, working hard day in and day out to deliver on the commitments we made in our manifesto. The commitments we made when we came to you. When we came to you to seek your support. All those commitments we have kept. We are now surpassing those commitments and are adding additional benefit to the people of this country. When you speak about the elderly, not only are we improving pensions, but we're improving health services. We're improving access to other resources for the pensioners, the youth. We're going on a massive program to develop recreational facilities, giving them access to scholarships, more than 10,000 scholarships over just 2 years, expanding technical education, giving every single one an opportunity at prosperity. Very important. Women working on a new children and maternal hospital, expanding the range of service available for women, more awareness for breast cancer, more awareness for cervical cancer. Great investment is being made in empowering women, giving them access to finances, giving them training, integrating them more into community development and national life, expanding job opportunities. Our children returning the school uniform grant, the transportation grant, the uniform grant, introducing a disability grant for those who are differently able, putting every single person who are differently able on a national register now where they will get public assistance. All new costing billions of dollars. But we did all of this in a very harsh environment. You know, sometimes we forget that only 2 years ago we were fighting to allow democracy to survive. We were fighting so that your vote was counted. We were fighting to have the will of the people respected. Today, the very abusers of democracy, the very robbers of the rights of people, the persons who try to steal freedom and the rule of law from your lives and the life of this country, are parading themselves as the virtues of truth. They're parading themselves as men and women of honor, of men and women of dignity. They're not worth a salt of honor and dignity. They have never even apologized for what they put this country and the damage they did to this country. And they parade themselves today. Let us not forget. Let us not forget. Our development of a people require all of us to understand we are part of one collective whole called the Guyanese people. And that collective whole must fight every single day to secure the rule of law, to secure democracy, to secure your rights. Very important. Outside of that, we came into government with COVID and nothing in place to deal with COVID. A COVID hospital that did not even have an oxygen line, that did not have a single bed In record time, we had to get that hospital up and running, and our health personnel, our doctors, the health sector, and the government deserve a loud round of applause for what they did. The way in which we addressed COVID is now a leading example around the world. When many said we had to shut down completely, we found the right balance. And our management of COVID is now a study for many institutions. This was not guesswork. This required careful planning and analysis and many sleepless nights. You have a resident from your community here, Dr. Boxey will tell you, at 2, 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, I would call him and call the doctors and those and the minister at the COVID hospital just to find out how the people are doing. How many persons in ICU? How many new patients? What is it you need? How can we help? How do we tackle the new aspects of COVID? Not easy work. All of that we dealt with in 2 years. Some people forget that, you know. We had to find COVID grant for every household. We had to find additional money for vaccines. Whilst we did all of that, dealing with COVID, we were still able to deliver to our children, our elderly, women, farmers. That is the leadership you have. That is the government that is working to support you. And this is what we will continue to do. As if COVID was not enough. Since we came into government, we have dealt with 4 floods. People not remembering this. I told Zulfi a few days ago, when you efficiently handle a problem, people don't realize it's a problem. 4 floods. We have to overcome 4 floods, massive floods, that wiped out a large part of our GDP, our farming lands. Whilst at the same time, we had to invest in a DNI system that was left abandoned. Many of the DNI systems, trees were growing in the canals. This is the reality. This is what we met. This is the truth. Then the cost of living. We didn't impose cost of living. We inherited that from around the world. The war in Ukraine, 30% of the grains in the world out of production. As a result of COVID, shipping lines, disruption of the supply chain. The cost of transporting one container to Guyana went up by over 1,000%. And not only Guyana, every single country was faced with this. But worse, as Sophie said, was the availability of food. The world is facing a shock in the supply of food. The great US had to almost launch a military mission to get baby formula recently. This is the environment in which we have approached the last 2 years. And still we are able to deliver on all the promises we made and confront all these challenges. So, yes, there is still a lot more to be done and a lot more that we want to do. But we have to do it within the constraints of the environment in which we operate. We have started to support our fisher folk. We have processed a number of grants already for them. There's about 317 additional checks that is being processed for this region. We are fighting every single day. You have seen the struggle to get the license to our fisher folk from Suriname. And we are leading that battle. So we are advancing on every single front. Supporting the farmers with fertilizer. Because the cost of fertilizer has gone up tremendously. Whilst we are doing all of that, we still have to work ensuring that our plan to reduce your cost of electricity by 50% is realized in the coming years. So if you pay $20,000 on electricity, it will put back $10,000 in your pocket every month. Plus, We are working on a plan to give you 90% of those living on the coast treated water by 2025. These are not easy targets. So when one man swell his mouth and fold his hand and believe the whole world is his problem just because he can get something in his garden, he need to realize the bigger picture. He can swell his mouth all day about a little garden and bud banai at the back there whole day. Whole day he can bud banai. But we'll fix his problem. This is a president that sees every corner. I pay attention to every corner. But we'll fix his problem too. But you don't solve problem by bun banai. You know where's that? I'm glad my friend smile now, man. Smile. I see you smiling back there now. We solve problem by talking to each other. We solve problem by taking away the anger. We solve problem by communicating. Now he's smiling loud. So you gotta stop smiling now. He's up to smiling. So this is how we'll solve the problem. And that is why I'm here today. Every single community we're going. We're not, this is not a government that is running away from problem. In a good time, we're there. In the hard time, we are there. In the floods, we are there. In the sunshine, we are there. In Bora season, we're there. Out of Bora season, we're there. This is a government that will be continuously there with you, the people. And there's a value to that. There is a value to that. There is a value of having a government that stays connected to the people. Not the government of Bunbanai, the government that stays connected to the people. So as I said, today I'm here to listen. We have Mr. Ramraj and we have who else we have? Aditya, the two of them, and the RO, all your personal issues. So my friend, if you got personal gardening, I don't know if it's a gardening issue you had because I hear you calling about your garden. All the personal issues, you take it to them, you give them your information and your contact. All the community issues that you want to raise, you raise those community issues now with me so we can take a note and I can tell you what we can address immediately. Are we together on that? All right, just now. Well, he not play 20-20, he play 5-5. So what we will do now, we are going to go and take the questions of a community nature. All the personal issue you'll give these guys, and we're going to follow it up and call you back on them, okay? So let's now open the floor to community issues. This man here, Lieutenant Colonel, Light Colonel Agel, is going to take the mic around. You'll come in front here and you will ask your questions. Okay?
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Irfaan Ali. Well, first time I talking to you and I run all over the country to find you, and only today I could find you. Because
You don't find me, I find you.
well, something like that. The why I have to tell you, last year, October, I working with a firm, super graphic. I take an open heart surgery, I get a heart attack in the school. She go to the hospital, I take an open heart surgery for $3.9 million. I beg for the money to take it, and when we're done, 2 months after when I go back to the firm, they kick me like ball. Without $1, then tell me say, me never work with them. Me pay NIS 12 years. Me go to the NIS and say they never pay. So right now, I live without $1. My kidney gone, everything gone from me. I can't walk back in like what? I doing a open heart surgery. I can't walk back in my life, so I don't know what to do after that.
Your name, please?
Umar
All right,
Salam.
listen. What you need to do is go, give them your information. Where's Ramraj? Give Ramraj your information, we'll talk to you after. Remember I said personal issues? I don't want to announce it. Just go to and give them your information, right?
Okay.
And don't get too excited and shout too much. Calm down. Go on.
Yes, I do.
Take it easy.
Go around this way. Go around this way.
Everybody, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. I have a problem. I've gotten reworked. This is the second time I raise this issue. From the Larico Dam to the tornado, we asked the minister if he could pitch it because it is a bad condition. When the rainfall is really bad. All over is pitching except that the one.
Cotton tree what?
At the Larico Dam.
Larico?
Yeah. Right now the bridges are making right now. Well, one pitch apart, but you need to go down to the tornado, both of them. It's in a bad condition when the rainfall. And the police also, when you come up on the back dam, the cage really get a little mud, and the police are really threatening you.
No, the police right.
Let me be very fair. Let me be very fair. Y'all gotta clean the cage before you come on the road. Every single day we are getting complaints about accidents, people sliding on the mud. Y'all gotta be fair too. We are going to work on the road, but come on, we have to live together. We have to support each other. It's a great danger with a cage wheel on the road and the mud. Let's agree on that. Let's at least agree on that. Okay?
Not disagree with you, sir. But if the portion pitch, the road will never be nasty.
No, if you take the time to watch the cage wheel before you come out, the road won't be nasty. So we are going to work on that, but you have a responsibility too. Okay? We have to be honest with each other. You have a responsibility also. Look, it could be your child. It could be your child on the road and a car slide on the mud and hit the child. It will be unfortunate, but the child gone. Think about it. We have to think about each other. Right? You think it's easy when you have to ride a bicycle and right through on the road is mud, right through on the road is mud? It's not easy. You know that. So let's do what's right. Let's do what is right, okay? Good.
Hi, good afternoon, His Excellency. I'm here from Rosicnal Village. My name is Winston Hiraloud of Welcome Street. The issue I want to raise is that about a month time from now ago, there's a wooden bridge connecting the street to Burnham Avenue. It's broken. I have the picture here. I take it this morning, and up to now it cannot be fixed by the NDC or whoever responsible for the breakage. The NDC is aware of it.
Are you?
Ario, where's the Ario? You heard this issue here?
1 month ago, this has been broken and nothing has been done as yet.
This broken bridge, the broken bridge at Burnham Avenue in Rosal.
Welcome Street.
Rosignol. At Welcome Street. A bridge broke there. They said they've been trying to get it done for a few weeks now.
1 month.
1 month now. So y'all get it fixed by next Friday, okay? Good.
Thank you.
Next Friday, okay? Good.
Good afternoon, sir. My question concerning the street in Cotton Tree here. There are 4 or 5 years ago, the Region 5 chairman come in Cotton Tree and keep meeting concerning this street here. And I live in at the back there.
So he came in opposition, so you gotta do something in government now.
No, yes, and I'm a market vendor. When the rain is fall, it's very hard. I gotta fetch my
What's the name of the street? What's the name of the street?
It's not a street as yet.
Existing street is just
And people don't want to give the land.
So it's private. You see, you gotta hear. You see the problem? The problem is that it's a dam that is privately owned.
Yes, but the issue is, sir, right? from ending of the battlefield, there was private land going out this way, but people, the private owner give land for this playground, so where should they go now?
No, but listen, you gotta listen to,
Yes, I'm listening.
if private people own the land, they have to give permission for the street to be built.
Well, back in 2013, when Lands and Survey come and survey the whole area, they left from the battlefield fence one rod. In every land, there is a pile there for a street from the end of the battlefield to out.
I understand they left the ball, but still we have to get a permission.
Yes, Mr. President. There is nothing in writing to show that they have handed over this land to the...
So are the private owners here?
There are many private owners here.
Are you all willing to give up the land? Oh, this young lady here give. Stand up, stand up. So what I'll ask the chairman to do is meet with the community and to see whether they're willing, and once they're willing, we can look at doing the street, okay?
Okay, sir, thank you.
So you gotta help us to get them to give up, okay?
Well, for I know, anybody for this party I agree, but for Boston people and way after the party, they are not agreeing, so I am not business about that. I business the people who give up the
All right, so I'll talk, I can't build a street piece and a miss piece and then do back piece, right?
Monday, 3 o'clock.
Monday, 3 o'clock, the chairman is going to come in that area and he's going to discuss with the owners to see how we can get a solution, okay? Once there is a solution, we will work on getting the street done. Okay, good.
Yeah, Mr. President, about 2 to 3 months ago, you decided to give the new home builders construction materials, steel and cement. And I called into the housing secretariat and they say the process hasn't started as yet. And they say that they only give in to the people who have land from the government and not private land who people buy from.
That's a squatting that's a squatter settlement, right? Is what is it now, a squatter settlement?
No, the construction material.
No. We are giving, listen, the construction material, they're starting it very soon. The system is in place. And they're giving all the persons who are going to build, there's a system of verification. And everybody who's going to build will get.
Because when I called today, she told me that only the lands that the government...
No, I'm telling you now what it is. Okay? I'm telling you what it is. But we have to have a system of verification. That is what has been put in place. Okay?
That's what I want to clear up.
Okay, good.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. My problem is I'm a boat chain and engine owner working on the Berbice Bay. And my boat name is Shiwa. And the captain alone get money, the owner get money, the two of money get.
You hear the president are working 317 check remain to come for the region?
To buy me run the company, my name is not inside. Only the captain alone. So I want to be boat owner by the captain alone.
Well, give them by your name and we can find you. Get sick about it. I did it up.
Come this side, sir.
317 check.
Good afternoon, Sir Excellency. A member from the head table.
The 317 additional checks that we're working on will be ready by the end of next week. Right?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. In Blaymont, we have from number 1, there's a bridge. Right now, we need repair. And there are several complaints, and all the boats are raised up. In the previous government, when the PPP in power, we have a 2-way bridge. And when the previous government was passed, they make it 1-way. So you gotta wait. Now all the board from Blaymont, from number 1 to 2 when they crossed, they're raising up right now.
The whole government was 1.
And the sluice at number 1 there is leaking, sir. Number 3, sir, we have a beautiful station at Blaymont, is making up. But the only question is, sir, I'm asking on behalf of myself and the citizen from number 4 to Ithaca that we need a vehicle, because when you call the station, you get something very, very old, you cannot reach when somebody ready to kill somebody. Sir, we are asking you, on behalf of myself, I'm asking you, I'm begging for a vehicle to Blaymont Police Station. And another thing, sir, there's a lot of committee policing group. We used to patrol from number 4 to Ithaca, now we do not have a vehicle. So we're begging again for another vehicle with the community policing. And that's going to be very happy
Well,
for myself and others, sir.
Let me deal with some situation here now. You're a big man. So, the Cotton Tree Road, right? Larico Dam, we're putting that up. The bridge, the wooden bridge by Barnum Avenue, the RU is looking at that to get it fixed by next Friday. This Blairmont number 1 bridge that need repairs. I'm going to ask Zulfi to ensure that we work on getting that done with Public Works immediately. The sluice that is leaking, I'm going to ask him to look at that also to fix that. And by tomorrow morning, the Blairmont Police Station will have a new vehicle open to them.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Good afternoon to the Excellency, comrades and friends. I'm here concerning my community in Coventry. Concerning the Larico Dam, which there is an individual who fenced the Larico Dam and saying, yes, saying that it concerned them.
I just said we can do Larico Dam, but like, you got problems there.
Seriously.
Okay.
Seriously, when to make a street in that dam, the people are opposing and say that the place concerning them. And at that time, Mr. Callimore was the local government. He asked Mr. Charles to bring the plan. Mr. Charles showed the plan that these people had been paid out. We have the street made. Now the people fence the dam. A lot of ministers here know about it. When we ask, we run around, we don't have answers.
So is the person here who fenced the place?
I don't know, sir. But what I would like to say, I want to know, and I'm appealing to the government if y'all could go back to 1982 when that scheme has been made and look and see who has been paid and who has not been paid.
Well, listen, man. I can't go and see who can pay you.
No, but what I'm saying...
Listen, I'm asking a simple question. The person who you said fenced the street, is the person here?
Mr. Mark Anthony. I don't know if he's
Is
here.
Mark Anthony here? Well, I'm going to ask the chairman to look into this and give me a report. I can't do anything here.
Yes, because
I don't have the
when
information.
we went to Mr. Charles, he said the people them land, they buy it back from the MME. So
All right,
I
okay.
don't. That's all. Thank you.
Monday 3:30. Monday 3:30.
Good afternoon. I just come to report number 3 Back Street, behind the Cotton Trail Center, Forest Cross with that left. It's very, very bad. And I have a liquor restaurant in Mardi. I have 4 licenses. I have to pay every year. Up to today, I just pay one. 25, 75, 1. And every time to go out and buy a case of drink, I have to use my scooter. We have to go buy a holiday truck, biscuit, everything. We have to use it. And no, nothing in the street. Not one boss not carrying nothing to me. Not a lemonade truck carrying anything.
Okay.
Nothing in the street is very
Number
bad.
street, number 3,
Behind the
Back
Cotton
Street,
Back.
Cotton Tree.
Health Center Street.
Yes.
On the back, Forest Crossing on the left and on
You give me 4 different descriptions for the street. What is street name?
the Forest Street on the back of me. It's a Forest Street.
Auntie, slow down. What is the name of the street?
Them a second Forest Street.
Not them, I said. What is the name of the street?
You know it's Health Center Street. Forest
Health
Crossing
Center
on
Street.
the left. It's very bad. That's a Clifford Street. Right? Oh, when you gonna make it tomorrow?
Oh my God, what is street name?
Clifford Street is
You tell me Health Center is also Clifford.
the Forest Cross Street at the back.
Anybody know what is street name? Alright, so we put behind the Health Center. It's on a program this year, don't worry.
Hello, good afternoon everybody. Government officials, President, Irfaan Ali. Good afternoon. We're having a problem in cotton tree in the background. When we have the first outreach in Rosic now, when you guys come to the office, I bring this topic up with the agriculture minister about the stealing in the background with the coconuts. It's still on. That topic did not look after. It is still happening up to today. In the background here, we have a lot of land where we could do agriculture. But because of these people, when they go, we can't go to the back. When they are in there,
Listen. Go to the commander and the deputy commissioner. Here, come and talk to them.
Yes, and furthermore, another thing. We have dams in cotton tree. But more, like when the rice croppers are, all the tractors use the Rodney dam, where the perennial leaf dam. And up to the first up to the perennial leaf dam, they're going down, become very bad. We can't even walk it because all the tractors, all the vehicles that work the rice, that's the dam they travel on. Sometimes the Larko dam get bad at the bottom, so all divert there. Those dams become very bad.
Go to the commander now and the deputy commissioner. Where is Wood? Here, go there.
Good afternoon, everybody. Excellency, Minister of Agriculture. Thank you guys for visiting our area. We have a group at Cotton Tree. We call it the Cotton Tree Old Road Farmers Group. I'm the secretary. We have activities going on in this battlefield. Like we got young women, children, youths. They come and they run in the afternoon, and we would like some street lights to go because the place it gets very dark. So when the ladies and so go on, it's very dangerous to them. That's one. Two, we would like some help for our group, like farming equipment and so on. We were promised some fertilizer. Okay, thank you very much. Well, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am here about the tree as the regional chairman know about. Yes. It's a little down right now, but he make a promise right in Cotton Tree.
That's another private situation here, Mr. President. And we are waiting on permission from the property.
So again, it's private lands. They got to get permission from the people who own land.
Yes, well, she going to the NDC. I did go in at the NDC and I gave them all the names. And the witness, the Bradney. But they said they will call us and there are nothing that they will not. Also last week, other week I called because the paper has to hand to you, right?
NDC.
Yes.
But here,
But they are not doing anything.
we got to get the people to agree. So chairman, go and have a meeting with everybody. So the people agreed?
Yes, I gave them the list with the name, the number and everything.
No, listen, name and number doesn't mean the people agree. Did the people agree to give the land? And they signed to it? Hold. Overseer, yes. Well, go and tell her on the mic. Go and tell her on the mic.
Mr. Ali, which is the vice chairman of the said NDC, we would have discussed it and not everybody agreed. He said it.
All right, so listen. So the overseer is saying that when they call, not everybody agreed. So I'm going to ask the chairman to call all the people together, which you all in the community, and then you will see who agree and who don't agree. Right? So you'll have one meeting. Chairman, do that next week.
Monday 4:30.
And the next thing, he promised me the next day he gonna get like people till now. Nobody does.
No, not the next day, madam. I said I will engage GPL, but because of the same situation.
So listen, Monday 4:30, they got to deal with the street. The problem, 4:30. The street, the water is connected to the street. Because, you know, they got to put down the water line. Right.
And he was promised me at Monday 4 o'clock.
4:30. Good. Okay, right. So overseer, you have to invite everybody on the list.
My problem is that the street is bad there. I have 5 children going to school.
Don't tell me the street in the back there. What's the name of
This
the street?
street, Coventry Old Road. From the battlefield to go down is bare mud. And if you could please have a light and let the street to come.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable President, it's a pleasurable moment here to have you in our community, and I love the work your cabinet is doing. I'm here this afternoon on behalf of the Coventry School Area CDC, and I'm asking if you can please have a street connecting from Larico Dam to Angela Street. That's west of Public Road. Yeah, that street they would have recently made a pitch road there and beautiful road, but like the other farmer said, they wanted an all-weather to go down to the turn-in, because if you have an all-weather there and the tractor is coming in from the turn-in, by the time they meet the pitch road, the tractor would clean off, right? So the people have a beautiful road, but they don't have proper access because it's now mud, it's covered in mud, right?
I hope the tractors, the farmers listening too. Because even though you don't have the street now, your access road, they gotta wash the farm, the tractor before it come out.
It is a beautiful street, well done, but it's being a total mess. It's a waste of time right now because you're still waddling in mud.
So listen, we have to, Zulfi, immediately, let's go and put some, an area where we concrete an area where tractors must wash before they come out on the road. Let's put that there.
Continuing on that, there's a cross street connecting to that street that was done. Only a portion of that street was made. And there are now other people building along that street, and there are school children coming out of there. I would like if that street could be completed as well.
So we're taking it. Okay, good.
Thank you.
And give me your name and your number. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Irfaan Ali. I'm Sabshirina Sandi. I'm married and live in Coventry 32 years. I come from UT. I get dealings at the three-door poker.
You are vice president neighbor? How are you? You like how I know that? Huh?
I'm glad that you know that if you want to know my story, what I'm going
We know the story, you're vice president. Tell me.
Yes, we get problem at the three-door poker. Right? Since we live there, the last 5 years now, over 5 years now, we have problem with the man in Rastafari. Just one lady has been the poker there. Okay? I'm going to show them what this lady gives to. Yes, this lady, they put the gate from the street, government street, to make money for people who are going to the coconut. Each and every car going, they got to pay. Each and everybody going to go buy a bucket of fish, they got to pay. Have you done pay $1,200? That's true. We can do that. You know, that is true. Have you done pay $1,200? Watchman fee. We pay $500 for.
All right. You raised it when your neighbor went here. When the vice president went here. Raise up your hand. Here now. They, right now, the official cop, they're investigating it. And in a month time, the minister said that will be sorted out.
They got to hustle before we murder the lady.
That ain't funny at all. That's not fun. That ain't funny at all. Withdraw that right away. All right, withdraw that. Withdraw that, man. Withdraw that. You can't do that, okay? There is no scope for violence or fighting. Okay? In a month time, they can sort this out. Okay?
because she always a land again.
We are doing it. In 1 month, this matter can be dealt with, okay?
Okay, the next thing I come back here.
It's not an issue, but more of a concern. My friend requested that I speak on this matter. She is more concerned about the youths that we do not have.
Where's your friend?
She's sitting in the crowd.
Now what happened with she? Why she can't speak on the matter?
Yes.
Where's the friend?
Come, friend, come.
Come, friend. You said, the friend said a lawyer?
No, she didn't send a lawyer, but she sent somebody who likes to talk.
Yeah. Come there.
Hello, morning.
Okay. Hello? Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
My mouth is big enough.
Okay.
Put on my teacher voice.
So tell me.
So, we realize that we do not have a recreational facility for the youths in the community, especially the kids, and as such, they would be engaged in illegal activities and stuff. So we want to stop that, and as such, we're begging, because I see you would have granted the officer, the man just now, a whole vehicle for the police station. So we are requesting that you provide recreational activities with the tools so that the children could be engaged positively.
But you have this ground here, right?
Yes, but it doesn't have anything.
So, well, you got nice ground here.
It does not have for kids. It doesn't have.
So what you need? Tell me what you need.
We need slide, the seesaw, all the things that a playground
so you
would
need a kids park.
Yes.
Alright, so we'll take a note of that, right?
Please do.
Okay. Alright, so that is the issues. I want to show you that most of what you raise, if not all of it, will be dealt with before the end of this year. So we'll work on all these things. Okay, thank you very much. We have to go to some other meetings, but I thank you sincerely for your time, okay?
Picture, relax,
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Sir, nice to meet you. Best so far. We like your good work.
Go bye.
Charlie, could you take the picture?
Wow, that thing. President na ko.
Thank you.
Last time we were
Thank you, sir. Yeah, man.
Lagi notin.
Ulang pa na. Ulang pa na.
Wait na. Dapat may wala pa yung.
You come, your phone? Give him the phone.
Alicia. She want a picture with the president.
Alicia.
Tu nasa boleh lagi gap kita. Wala pa na daw, wala pa yung ibig. Wala pa tayo. Mana jaga di presiden ya, tapi jalan lah. Boleh presiden saja jalan kis.
Jalan po huli here. Just a call them.
Listening portion. Yeah, yellow and green.
Thank you. One more president.
What is Furega, no?
Thank you.
Jangan ada program apa ya? Very nice, anyway. That Mr. President.
Yeah, mommy,
right? Mana jalan kita? Kita petang cek kita itu. Bisa ibawa President. Bisa ibawa na buat mana? Kau baca dulu ni.
Attack it, just watch attack it, just.
Come away. All right. Yo, hey, attack the president. Watch him.
I am eating serious.
Mat, sila kaya ini.
You got it? Thank you.
Yes,
I think it did. Anybody just is shut down over here. What's up, bro?
You want a picture?
I'm actually going to change Call it again.
Yeah,
So you're far, right?
Yeah,
You will follow up with me, right?
Yes,
Call me.
yes, yes, I have.
At the theater, right?
Yes.
Where's Bumble, man? Come.
Can I have a picture too?
See what's going on? See what's going on? Ah, right. Good. Take it easy.
Same clothes there. Same clothes.
Jack Narain.
No, I'm already working with MC.
All right, give me. You know what I do? What is camera now? Tell them, man, you want a man who's born, but I ain't going to put Tell them people I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the Bunbunai. But me and they are PPP.
Are you all right now? So tomorrow,
Yes, President.
You hear right? Tomorrow,
So you get take now?
The boss just spoke to you, right? No, this man will come to see you on Monday. Hold on. Sonia! Take this information here. Yeah. And then you can have that.
Hi, President. Take care.
On behalf of the country cricket club and my team, I would like to thank President Mr. Irfaan Ali and his colleagues, Member of Parliament Faisal Jafar Ali, MP Minister Charles and Ryan Peters, Chairman, Ario. I want to thank them all for the development of this ground, thank them for the light, thank them for the center. I hope the progress does not stop there. We need a center, we need additional lights. So on behalf of our team, I would like to thank the government for doing the great job and let it continue progress. One Guyana.
Thanks for that.
Is it okay if I take a picture? It's okay. Thank you. Sorry, not me.
The camera now.
Wait.
You want a picture with the president?
Yes.
Come. We have the phone. You have the phone, I'll take it for you.
Oh, yes.
They can find this one. That's good, yeah. And then what we make up.
Jafar, yes.
Smile.
Mr. President.
You come again, President.
Give him your phone. Give me the phone.
Thank you.
I've been dying to meet you.
Turn and face me now. Let me see the face.
Well, I haven't. Ram. Where's the chairman?
Arrest. Keep down on you, right? Keep down on you.